Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. Say, Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. Say, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Oh, you're my thing, you know. 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 Yeah. So, oh, yeah. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Yeah. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Say, I call you Jireh, say. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my
Ye fema ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mransemu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWFDA, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care, eye abofrahwe mu, awaregya ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a, ye ma wo legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe nia ya wo brei mu. Enu nti ne yeto ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu na osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw kra. Wo pe advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF solicitors de ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner eye member na wasagina tum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wonni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa no nkron pa mu ekosi enumre no nsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm ena memene dan so eye appointment nko free anopa no ndu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Ye wo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground nso a eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advising local authorities, official solicitors office, ne solicitors bebree ɛfa Ghanaian law ho yie na ɔsan yɛ obi a ɔtae kasa ɛwɔ radio ɛne TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.
Uba your Facebook who am a pacho and near mommy and son and very, very, very important. Uba Banu who said lawyer Richard addressing it. Lawyer, now what I need your black and white and I did quite said as I should the lawyer per life. Lawyer per life. Lawyer, oh mammy, we are branching one. The pacho udruha. Men for when he see lawyer and quaso. Share. Now the one said Timoso pam. Now I say. Na wahwehwe like na wo no seti muso no wa like ade ehia ye ba konso pa eye wo comment na wa comment na aye kama enti to America ko Rainbow Radio TV honum na enten oh Facebook na ko like na share na ensema lawyer de ba no emu oduru ma me ma lawyer achi na afi ye mfa dwumadi no ento aso mfiri ha lawyer me pa cho me ma wa achi
Prophet me pa cho mejo so and
lawyer bibi abako de
Prophet, nyamiadom, say what Yahu idea, not just say, Bibia.
Menti wonka ye.
Say, Obeti, Emsena.
Hello, lawyer, how to make a
Pachameton Capa. Media.
Hello, lawyer.
Yes, hello, Prophet.
Aha, mo
good.
Mo
me tone very clear.
Me da wasi. E hanso ase, say, emuda ho pa. Na lawyer me pacho apomboko.
Nyamiadom Prophet. You're welcome back, Prophet. We
thank you, sir.
We miss you so much.
Oh, lawyer, no miss me so much. This time they me call your man won can cry.
So now me a background on no year prayers because anointing was too much in Ghana. I was following every
my man dey say nka me ba pe me be file documents. Na me dia be I put to you me call your man won can case 5.
No fault divorce. Yes, we are so happy to have you back, Prophet. Madam Eunice will be smiling knowing that you are back. Na or Miss as well. Yeah, man, very good morning. Na Madam Eunice, thank you very much for always also being here to explain the law and teach us what we should be doing. Thank you. We are grateful. And the original homemaker crab na Mr. Baba Buaka. The Prophet. Mefa acquaintance me active for so very good morning.
Martin said me boss on swabo adwuma pa. Me boss wabo adwuma papa.
And mama Irene
yeah.
A boy adwuma they kept the fort for Prophet. So we are so happy to have you back, Prophet. Now Prophet, I mean honamu de bibia eyeboko nyamiadom. So the ujaye hona now the empire born so we are doing well by God's grace. The only problem kakra ne asitinemu na say cost and the cost lo kakra enra nyumre na meko fie nam so mame nko fele fuel no na emfame hwe na Prophet first nanka me fele me car no tank na nanka ye 80 pounds but enra me ye no na ye 120 pounds. Meter no ye top up a month for no, they say aside almost something 2/3 of increment. And no na hard been say no, but once nyamia ya dum na yet increment we hope say we will be okay. And yehoye ona na ye twen or Prophet.
Well, lawyer Sanya Wakana and one on Yamin Shram, Yuma Mabon, the fee Muhane, Kuru Muhane, Stanley and Yama Fasico, Yamin, Kamaho Papa. Fuel, course an idea, Babia, and Yamini Egina di say, or no, what do you send you my person, or Beshay and what do you call me? Enti sa no bibia enso yeboko program ekoye yegina bibia koyi papa enti ne wona ye twen we say ne aban ne dia ban na ne ye be ya ye nsa be ka ye nkrata na ye nkoto amani mu no wo de bebre ne yada ye ho so lawyer wadawroma.
Thank you very much, Prophet, once again. Once again, very, very good morning. And then, very happy to be back again. And then, Prophet, we will say serious because especially Heathrow Airport. Because for the past couple of weeks, and we know when interactions bebre. The reason being that Prophet said, "Utu kwan, o Ghana, o de o ban prophet o anointing and do any minute no mu hu na o musu no one watch him."
But me ba no mo ha adwene pa.
No
mo ha adwene, no stop amanfo pa.
So enunti na ye decide say ye be disa enkomo we ene every say wo ko outside na wo ba enye we are not talking about say bia obi a wakoje visa na oba na ye do airport na ye interrogate no ye bisa na questions. We are talking about ye work from ha already, so residents now will leave to remain now we call holidays or Ghana now wherever you've been now back Udru airport examination now more has been very intense than normal, which is a concern I would say I address it because for the past 4 weeks, at the moment, there were 12 cases live in relation to ye mamo, ye brothers, Omadru airport, ye detained Omona. Some of them, they've cancelled their leave to remain. Prophet, can you believe that? Because they didn't have legal representation to start with until ye mistakes bebre. Ama ebu ohomane ya kettle anase ya cancel omo leave ebu onso a yamo omo erum yamo omo the Friday be temporary admission pending further examination. Enti ye decided say ye be disankomo na ya educate ye nuamo na omo hu say udru airport questions say bebu sa no and then also woka de niema na ni kwase wo niema mu anase wo niema na legal rights so that is what we're gonna discuss this morning, Prophet, which is very important, so that we avoid the unnecessary stress in our airports. But answer na be go to the main topic, as we do all the time, few updates bia ewo hodom na yen no so kakra. Enti Prophet, me start here. The elephant in the room, delays I cannot avoid this. I have to address this because it's a hard I would say so your application or inside the UK human rights applications baso and as a partner so and as a private life maybe for a long time enough. Now, person your application now you're more assetna. And as a who renew, so you already have the leave and then like expired now renewal. What the application nanka say the service standard set for these applications 6 months. But unfortunately, due to recent events we know of COVID above from kakra na Ukraine conflict and so started. Home Office for say human rights application omo awave omo yi service standard na every honum. The entire omo yi every honum say they have to deal with an emergency that is to do with the Ukraine conflict and people fleeing the war-torn country at the moment. Some more for kaya recently some refugee group be the Home Office for court in relation to say how omo delay issuing visas to Ukraine refugees, It's a more focus echo honum. The omo Kenyan say so your application. I know must send it. I mean, you say there's a lot of stress and a lot of discomfort going on in relation to say person unya will renew and now they continue wajuma. Some employers are not reasonable. They are chasing you. We know that. Although say you see Friday section 3C of the Immigration Act 1971. This is our application. Na time na now we live anywhere. You had an extant leave, therefore you can continue to work and do things as normal as you had the leave. But some employers don't understand cause problems. Which Home Office for about the delay? Say be your application appended for more than 6 months. I'm say share screen is so I'm on Facebook. No be say me professor the information be ato so no match letter tin say omo sorry delays na ekoso na nye ade e omo intention so omo person omo delay application na emom no nearby a cost into Naman into Omo a 6 months, standard in every what that means is that you cannot really take any action against them because already they have defended themselves with this letter. And into na baby as more for more care more fresh say be a lawyer me application 6 months with chum. Now yeah say well we've done the complaint, but complaint Oma formulated this default letter as a response. Or the complaint in the core within the 21 days no must send this letter yaba. It's the same letter they've sending, all out to everybody. So it really doesn't do anything for us. So what can you do if you have complained formally and then they've sent you this response to say that Oma Wevu sa 6 months service standard, they can't really do anything about it. It's just something that you have to wait. There are stages of challenging delays with the Home Office. Mama go through the step-by-step ways that they are challenging delays because it will help a lot. So number one, you contact the Home Office. Omo telephone number beer offer say omo charge about £5. The reason why they charge is that phone call will go through to a person who can really tell you something about your application. We know sometimes, you will say what free Home Office, so free Home Office. Sometimes you just speak to a customer service assistant or somebody who really will just give you a general information, not about your specific application. But offer a number now, which just somebody would actually check what's going on with your application. But as I've said, they will tell you the same thing. So it's there, everything is fine, it's just delayed. Now, effective. What can you do next? MPs, member of parliament for any area, they have a duty to help their constituents because what's your constituents? Nti woman asade ne say bibi koso wo constituents abrabom na ha adwea e wo say almost stepping no intervene no boa. Nti say wo send wo MP email and our phone omo wo assistants omo boa omo with immigration issues. Nti wo free they know because that is what they've been dealing with this every day. Nti wo from they know all that you have to do, give them your name, your date of birth, your application reference number, address, and all those information that they will need. The MPs can also chase up for you. They have this, privilege. Say, Home Office for the status of your application. They can influence them to actually expedite your application as well. So contact Home Office for now. Say one nyabibia. Obetimi so I contact your MP. Asoma make individual na lawyer so we know say you paid your lawyer, so you expect your lawyer to do these things. Your lawyer will do, but MP in the end because your lawyer is not the constituent. Now who contact you MP MP came back to say that but almost delay na 19 so that means that you didn't really get any favorable outcome from this complaint. You can then ask your lawyer if application lawyer to do something that we call pre-action protocol. I'm saying abibia your boss idea is pre-action protocol. And no there won't mean individual. No, you may not be able to do that because there is something called civil procedure rules. You have to follow a set procedures to write that letter. And it's a lawyer na application obey pre-action protocol. Maybe sure pre-action protocol no. Ni titi mu nyina ne say a letter, a formal letter to Home Office saying that they should or they ought to have done something and they are failing to do, and you are disagreeing with that, but not just disagreeing, but you are taking action, which is a legal proceedings against the Home Office for the unreasonable delay now. Now, number one, you have to set the delay as being particulars of claim, and then you have to also let them know how it has affected you. Prophet, there could be a delay, but it may not have affected you. You may not have a good case, but if you are able to show how the delay has affected your life. So, for example, you need to travel, you need to go to school, you need to work, but because of say delay, so it has affected you, and therefore you can take on, you can take action against Home Office. Pre-action protocol, no, Home Office would have 14 days to respond. Normally, let them call legal team no ma contact the relevant case worker no na information ɛwɔ hɔ no or the amount say anything na adeɛ no a delay. Now we know recently say pre-action protocols no effect no has become a bit diluted because you threaten Oma by informing court. In say Home Office for ni whom be say yeah we are most of the court but yeah banner catch them say we are sorry we are dealing with the case we don't hear anything. So ama ne impact no so atikakra. But that doesn't mean that you have to do because it's a legal procedure. In the future, if you were to go to court, that will count because then you gave them a warning and a more anya who be me. Now, pre-action protocol, so what the court now any favorable response. The next action taking is indeed issue proceedings. That is to actually go to court. That is judicial review. Judicial review being the fact that a government department so you can tell him. Now, idea ye can name it pacho. Say it's about time, Prophet. Applicants, yetimi estatina yetimi take action. It's very expensive process. The the judicial review. But say you start to say. Adiana che edi 2 years. You say case law, Home Office for ya normal case law. Say, well, say indeed 2 years. They don't see it as being unreasonable. Well, if there is something in your life, a year very unique, even 1 year can be very, very unreasonable, and therefore you can challenge your Home Office. We shouldn't be ending with the pre-action protocol. We should go beyond that to issuing proceedings, and then hopefully they will take us serious. Now, saying this, I have a client, Mrs. Miss Gold, good morning. We have a very, very, very case, rare, very, very strange, because we did an application for our lovely sister and the partner. It was the priority service application. So, Prophet, you know that priority service, you should get a decision within 24 hours. The application na Home Office for so omu here ade for bia yem for omu person letter be letter head so which doesn't make sense because if a health visitor or somebody write a letter or email with her signature and everything, it's verifiable. You can call, but this person wanted the information on letterhead, which it delayed about 2 days. We asked the caseworker to give us about a week to provide that information, and we provided that within 2 days. Prophet, almost 3 months up to say yente bibia. So we've done complaints. They didn't come back because I know that they didn't have anything to say. We've done pre-action protocol. They haven't responded, and then we've done a second one. Now this is very, very unreasonable. So what we're gonna do, for example, as I'm advising, is for this time around we're gonna indeed issue a judicial review because we know that Home Office, the prospects for them to challenge this is very, 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 very minimal because of the fact that the person has paid for a service that is priority, and then or no, I am refunding the priority money man. Home Office haven't said anything about it. So this is an example of so situation Bimu say now application has delayed unreasonably. For example, Mrs. Tadia Kenya. Then I think it's about time we take action. Now, you're not doing a cost on home, but the good thing with issuing proceedings in this regard, you can actually ask the Home Office to pay your legal fees because you have a stronger case and you are likely to be successful. You can indeed spend that money, and then after everything has been resolved, you can get your legal fees from the Home Office accordingly. And in part, that is for the delay and how to deal with that. So you move on. Update number 2 here. Something to do with court appeal confirming Zambrano applications based on facts and not assumptions. Following on from the case of Akinsenyane, the fact that Ubetimenya indefinite leave, Sawasha Abofra or British for continuous period of 5 years. We are looking forward to that. Now, there is this case law about last week, say, moye parents too, no? So that is mother and father. Na mo share British child. Na bibia ye ka say Mozambique applications no very very complex because na home office for eta ka say while baako etimi hwe abofra no say baako eni home po. Now court ni say mo yes application na mo ye couple are more rely on one British child. I was mutimi show say ye ka say baako na oye British no the onye British no ye ka say won ko efia abofra no would follow that person. It doesn't have to be an assumption. It has to be something that is practical, that is real. So you really have to show, say, you know, si yakasa abofra nkofia, mumie no nyina no ebe affect ama mo so. Yakasa mo nkofia abofra no be follow mo. It doesn't have to be something that you be assume say that is most likely to be the case. It also will show, say, indeed, say yakasa mo nkofia abofra no so be follow mo. So for example, maybe abofra bi was special need. Now my application here say, well, I mean, say maame no already wo asetena 5 years. Wo na wo ba be pre-be aka ho no. We won't give it to you because maame no betima hwa abofra. It could be that wo na wo ye adwuma and maame no na ye adwuma nti wo na provide the care. So if you can see mawa, then the other parent would have no option than to follow you, and then if that is the case, the child will go. So that is all that the court was saying in the case. My boss. And see, mention so couple of more years and brown applications, is evidence based, and we cannot continue to assume say yekase munkofia abofrano ebe follow mo. The second aspect of Zambrana me pese yeshen and so say Court of Appeal make a decision on a kinsey, na ya advice say more amasha nkura 5 years in amutimi application for the indefinite leave to remain. Now, Home Office they've started sending letters out to say that the reason why Obia Munya decisions and they are holding on for the time being. I'm say almost by next week now, they revise or more guidance notes, as to how they're going to deal with the Zambrano applications. Omaji court decision that is fine, but they're gonna tell us how we deal with applications because at the moment what they are saying is that your application no catch already over 2.5 years leave to remain under the immigration rules. So holding the application will not affect you in any way. And therefore, until such time, so Oma revise Oma guidance notes, they're not gonna make any decisions on those applications. So fingers crossed, we are waiting, hopefully by next week, Oma publish Oma new guidance notes as to how they would be deciding those cases. And not by Ebemamo and so at it. Number 3, said you've heard this before, but I'm just reiterating. Children can now apply for a waiver of citizenship fees. The good news is that now be already 10 years. Also registered under Section 1(4) of the Nationality Act. Now you are not working. There is an affordability test that more use. So for affordability test, in the definition is so which year will rent, food, clothing, those essential things you need in life. Now, since kind of a being car, which in their save towards paying £112 now, then you can afford that £1,012. Therefore, you can apply for Home Office to waive the fee for you to register the child to become British citizen. So that is very, very good news. Starting from 16th of June, that is next week. So we application amauba and 144 section 13831 all of those registration of children applications so we need sika now to meet demonstrate it's same as doing a fee waiver application for the normal application that we do. If you can show that you don't have the funds to pay now a kind of BSA obetimi aye application or my waiver fee and what's my register or banner about British citizen. That is very, very good. Number 4, more a school for number woman so update your home money say high potential visa applications have opened since 31st of May. That is last month ended. Yeah. So we graduates from universities, or listed universities be or more website. If you graduated from one of those universities now, you can actually apply to come to the UK to work without having any job offer. That is the beauty of it. So, for example, we Harvard graduates, and Yale, and California, whatever university, Harvard, University of Tokyo, University of Toronto, University of Washington, Yale, those, very, very impressive universities, and so you're a graduate of one of them, you can apply to come to the UK, but your application say, oh, have a shape ejuma, because they want to attract very, very high intelligent people to come and help the economy. So that is an update for the students. Now, there is something that I mentioned some time ago in relation to EUSS biometric residence permits, expiring on 31st December 2024. It's not only EUSS cards; it's all biometric cards are expired. So when they issue you a biometric card, some more share, BBI and I'm afraid say, lawyer, my application I'm here and I successful. Also, I'm 5 years under the EU settlement scheme, but my card, date was going to say about expired 31st of December 2014. That means your mommy 2 years. In fact, your mom 2 years. The reason I show say yes and say Home Office forces after 1st of January 2025, they will no longer issue cards to anyone. So your status, immigration status in the UK can be proven by going online now. Why so would you DNA or passport and now card and now one already would they input it into that data? Then it will tell you, it will generate a share code. You have a share code is so. Then it confirms that you have a certain no business now. What about me 2 coins so send me here, my passport and then my card. Yes, you don't need the card any longer after 31st of December 2024. So don't worry, my patrol say your mouth card now I see a bewu within 2 years. That is 2024. There's a reason for that. It's not a mistake. Sana omo no say omo beyi card and every honor obi on a passport, but you can actually prove your status online by just doing a digital input. In number 6 updates, Prophet, and now make us proving immigration status in the UK. Now, say Obasha, Obia, or pay Juma recently, oh yeah, na employer na catch to say, or per se, onya share code. But who card, what card that share just or assistant. They will still insist that they want a share code because that is what is going to happen in the future, and they've started. So what you do is online prove your status in the UK. Just Google prove your status in the UK, and then you follow the guidelines on there. It will ask you to put your passport number and then your date of birth. Open say na a year with status number. Now I click it, generate a share code. Then you provide that share code. It will allow you to send an email, the share code as an email to the prospective employer. And more assistant already more EUSS applications na decision enya MI na ya mamo certificate of application. You can also generate a share code. Share code na ye de adwuma wo kroma says a professor wo krata obetima ye adwuma. It is a certificate of application. You can generate a share code by taking the first box that says that you have immigration accounts, and then you have immigration status because you have not, your application hasn't been decided yet. Until yana watching to say, obe take the right box, and yes, I would nya status. No, obe say was it in ho. So you have an account. That is if your application is still pending. But if your application has been decided, then you take whether you have a pre-settled or settled status. It will generate the share code now for the employer, so that you can get the job. Until more the immigration rules, who say enroll my brother be say over 2.5 years or pay juma or then the card ama almost on funny share code now or doing say a EU for yes a EU for any family members or more yes but say no more immigration rules residents so you can generate a share code. And no, the obeyan say nam say ya issue card amount already in you just go on there, prove your status, and then you put your biometric card in there, the information. It will generate a code for you as well. It will just tell them the status that you have when it's expiring. Then na omo etimi I employ. So when any maybe a coso. Now number 7 update so yen share the munina say so abofra ye wo no krom ha no wadi 7 years continuous ultimate year application manual for indefinite leave to remain. So we are abofra who parents do ba krom ha na wo da so ye below 24 years, but what's na half of your age in so na say what already in 5 years leave to remain, that is on say uba ha no ma me na papa year application ma into now 2.5. So when you're 5 years lawful residence, when you are renewing, you don't have to renew for another 2.5. You can actually apply for indefinite. Now, the importance of this update is never set for instance to say my yebebre ama your office for no the home office case worker back catch me when I did the first one. They say we share omo guidance now omo publishing almost say before no there was a concession for this one and some more ben law June. What is happening is so your application now you don't have to actually do indefinite leave to remain application as in set O or any other of the set forms. You just do the FLRFP, the normal application, but then you tell Home Office that this application is for indefinite leave. So you have to make a submission and then explain why you are applying for indefinite leave. So you have to use that same form na yediye renewal, but can ask for indefinite leave to be granted. So you don't have to necessarily pay for indefinite leave application or complete indefinite leave application form. You just do the normal renewal and then you ask them to grant indefinite leave instead, which is something that is very great. So, Prophet, you for update in here. I'm say about 10. Now for young co and topic in the so, mommy 1 minute, then we start today's one.
Emo, mama 1 minute na young lawyer ensa
Rainbow Radio.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground. Based in London, we are a dynamic
077 127 61884. Ubehuye with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
Mo anapay ye true salute ni sa ye di salute ni na kototinam ye sa dia ba Rainbow Radio na kire say ye di chin se say salute no ye di abawura Home Office na ye say ye di akopie airport terminal 3 and information ya eba na emu ye dru lawyer and na me go nsemfuwa bi edi bisawo ba ma me ma wonfa enne dwumadie no enhyase ni ye pon a na me de media na to aso lawyer fa ye kwai.
Yo, thank you very much once again, Prophet. Prophet said that you can call Ghana or Bano, Udru Airport. So I'm saying terminal 3 and BA.
Me for terminal 3 BA.
Okay, it is all sharp. Yeah, now there is a command post box BCO. Papa B, the BA out one no idea no So Udru Airport, you have your passport. So in Koma mostly to do with non-British citizens. And so you're a British citizen normally. So share idea professor idea to screen this so you all other passports gates. Any UK and EU passports and so a gate. enti ya na ya separate mu nti mo amukra British passport no mo fa right ho na mutimi use e-gate and once all the passport na to screen so na gate na bie uno obi ani nkomo. That is brilliant, but unfortunately yeah yenkra British passport no de na ye wo visas no e wo say ye call na ye ne obi kodi nkomo ansa na obi gate no ama ye na ye call na ho na problem ni nyina start free nti so ukra Ghana passport na ebia o ware EU national nti wo 5 years leave to remain ya ma card o de account passport na de 2 kwan na wo ba udru airport ho a me pa cho mama yen shade we say nso anyone everyone coming into the UK via any port. Your car port, it can be airport or the ferry neighbor and our car neighbor by lander. You will still meet immigration officers at the port for you to be asked 1 or 2 questions. Sometimes, ubedru honum onipan omusa bibia, you just pass through. That is fine. The reason is that they are always checking for body language. They are always checking for things to cause them to ask questions. That doesn't mean say Udu reporter behave in a strange way. Just be yourself. You are just going normal. Until you DQ ni so, Drew honum na the oye free no, na ya director say ko huno. Me but so Odo passport no no card in the manner. Or scan no passport na enye they don't see your criminal record or anything like that. The omu huno udin date of birth, address, status na wo no na information na home office for about you. Abribia no ya na you know ye kase me drew airport no moje me passport na a flag you know what that means is that sometimes a caseworker will put a note on your profile. So for example say ebia maybe udru ha no can say they weren't sure until no I'm making note until the next time no udru honoma the caseworker na obe no obedin komo no they would ask you the same question and see whether you will provide the same answer. Or if BBA happened, for example, if you are now a reporter say, or card and now passport era before. So with the reporter, they will make sure that it is indeed you passing through. It is a ye bizarre questions, sir. There is a reason why. Obia obedru airporter, only a British citizen. Even we are British citizen, corner say or passport and your flag here, you can be examined and interrogated, questions, detained, and all of that. But for foreign nationals. So we do now ko border force official. Now we passport no scan it. Now okase also one udin komo obebusa baby a okoye holidays and how was it? Udi saying okay na here now kroma say what's your address here saying. That is we more krata kroma wakona wo back. Now say what worry EU national, for example, we are using this for example because that is where the issues are at the moment. Because of your application, most of the time they don't interview the couple and then they will grant. So that is fine. But you know, since the introduction of Appendix EU na a very replacing regulation 2016, suitability is a continuous assessment. Anytime be able to report to be and you will be assessed again to see whether you qualify for leave na the amount. So that is fine. To be perceptive for your son, so say this is a very serious talk. Say Yamal Krata, that is not the end. Yamal Krata say be Yamal 5 years, and I say Yamal indefinite leave to remain. You are not immune from examination at the airport. To be so. Say what indefinite leave, and I say what 5 years, 2.5. Whatever visa you have, even who 6 months visa near the Ghana, now do airport, you will be questioned. It can be one question, or it can be no question, or it can be yebusa 1, 2, 3. Na enyeman in Korea, then they would arrange for a thorough interview with you to get to the bottom of whatever they want to know. And to Udba now do airport, prepare well. I know, say. Having been on a flight for almost 7 hours, you are tired. Sometimes because of some flights, you know, you are feeling, and your British Airways in the crowd because it's an overnight flight. Until wada, and I was sorry, and I will be pay. You are very tired. You know, you are so sleeping, and you may watch, you know, sleeping as well. Until when you sharp, you do airport one and somebody boy you sawa na ore crafty. Me pacho the Ekosuni ewo Heathrow Airport. Especially Heathrow Airport Terminal 3. Omu ebebusa obi a wo pass through bia they will interview you. They will examine you to make sure you have the visa that you have as you said when you applied. Enti sa woka so worry obi and we drew port gate hwa. Yebebusa say na ukunu na awere no owo hemfa. Mommy shade we nso mpacho se wo tu kwan na wo ba o partner no manenye aware say wo ba. They don't have to come and meet you at the airport. Onya abofra. Name they should be aware. You should have their contact details also. Me can say mo nyina because say me can no say me wo dozen case aye ebi wo ya cancel omo leave and say omo person mo cancel omo leave na ye challenge. Remember the remedies of all of these things. And obu a omo person do omo kofi omo detention centers. Udru ho na yebusa questions no. Under the immigration rules, they have the power to ask you any question, just so that they will know exactly your reason for coming or coming back. Until you want me elected to no answer. So one answer, then you will be detained anyway. So me pacho, what prepare you have to know them all. Now, your friend say the omobisa questions na, but any beyond to tomuye or if any bisa me can say fatigue as I've set in. And you do ko tenase na you do ko room say you ko interview. A hono na ye problem. Now they will get to the bottom of what it is that you are saying you are claiming to be. And it's also worry ni busa worry wo hen also call back ebia Holland because ebia all call holidays and also call holidays. The number where your friend or fire no on crowd him say we do airport that is going to be a problem. Now Prophet, one thing I may say yes mobile phones oba no free Ghana oba no o call Ghana no my main can same way in a way a boyfriend or Ghana okay you see a lady now okay we no have a very quality time much pictures bibia kama but ukuno krom ho I me person who ha me see canon. Now who was a lovely photo seeing our phone so bibia kama and our oba kroma so no se wa EU national na onu nti na woti kroma say na ye je phone obi bebusa say na ade na ye betima je phone yes ye betima je phone. The reason is that home office so do reporter immigration officer custom officer or police officer e betime agina ona wona wodi nkomo na wabusa questions. They have the power to search you. Searching you includes searching your property. Your property includes mobile phone as well. You better make a file bag near Shishim. Now, what you phone now will go inside it because yes, it's a omoye examination that they can examine all your properties, including your mobile device. Se pese udru border gates. Now you better mobile phone and maybe your prophet. The ubet use technique way. Or phone. Digital your your phone our name nyina wo so me pacho obetima dum phone no dey to hold bag then ko fast you can have a £10 phone or whatever I would be cry and raise any suspicion said that is wrong. I'm saying this because biana there's no way you person will delete your data BFU phone so knowing that they may get your phone because they have powers under the terrorism act to actually get your phone and get into it umbebusa password. They can invoke that to get your device to go into it, an iPad and all those. You can switch them off and put it on the hold back, and then quite say honum. Now ukra phone, nessa udi draw na phone where me phone. Yaja bibi any so. And no wow ma utimi pass it through without further interrogation. Now would you phone my nebia pictures and information that was in suggest otherwise that you are married to this person. Me pacho, you are not doing yourself any good. And so. I'm saying all these things based on the cases, live cases. Yeah. Say you so now you fall into that same predicament. Now that is one for the phone. Sir, questions now omubisa standard questions. They want to know say you are in a relationship as you claim. But men wo yere na na ukunu no details engu nsem anase paper so find short pocket, because you can be subjected to search. And I made it true and say they have the right to search you. So while more rights almost right, you can be returned. They can refuse you entry or they will detain you. You will come to detention. So, and the one church will partner no details and then address and then a number. And go baby, Prophet, why would you write your partner's number, address, date of birth, on a paper on you? You know, be one more so or church into all plain or revise it, say I would do near Busana or Beckai, me pacho. So yes, I did, and that is our arena and yampa. So they would then have, you know, they would detain you because the basis on under which you are here no is not as it is. Me pacho and also MIA. Now I've said that the Customs and Exercise Management Act 79 permits border force, custom office to question passengers regarding their baggage. So the name maybe I should say or bargaining not suggest otherwise there will be a problem because when we walk off our bargain is so about now the mechanical mobile phone say you preventing them knowing more things on your device would also prevent them from maybe going further and going to reclaim your bag to come and search. So if we can prevent that, then you can pass through. I remember one example of one case that made the prophet. There is a gentleman over back or 2.5 based on the fact that ne maame edene ba ha na wa more than half of the age. Prophet, you see, he never thought of the fact say or no ne age na won a passport ni mo no. So what free ne maame age ni mo na aka 10 years, okay? So as much as we know that we don't know, maybe biology will determine otherwise, that maybe a 10-year-old can give birth. We know that, but Prophet, you know that this is something that is really rare. So, you should know why they don't just, I know Sister say no Terminal 3, they are just interrogating almost everybody. Yeah. But most of the time, they have the intelligence. And make sure your information, everything that you know is accurate, and then see busawa obetimi ama the right answers. Now, so what do hono na busa questions no na yedo wakotena interview room. Me ba cho se brofo na omo ka no won tiase a ka kire omo se ope interpreter, because sometimes omo be ka asem bi na wakoyi ano wa bra won tiase nti na akwa problem ama. You can ask for that. You can decide to not say anything and say that omo say omo translate and some no more can amount. Na oma, you have the right to speak to somebody. So do report. Na omu bisa questions no. Na enkoye no mo kase ye do ko interview no one who say baby e kono enye good. So you ask that you want to speak to your solicitor. Omba mo phone. Wo ho kwan say ofre solicitor and I say somebody na o kan de ekoso ekire no. So one yanisa no mo no go through interviews no mo ya no mo disturb one na o keka information bi ma wo mo no mo nyawa. It's going to be on your record. So there is something called IS-96R. And only the reason for detention. Omwe basic and also catch that will say, because of say you have provided them unsatisfactory answers to questions asked, then you're going to be detained. Say you detain you or airport, it can be a shortest time. Now, yana munim say be a druanopa. Abribia no mu ejina na questions no mo bi say answers na nkoye. Sometimes you move jaw bebe 6 into abibia some frere say lawyer you detaining mebra and me mama we portal me say o de nya botore ma your contact na yen hwese between na kasa o ma o ho be up to about 4-5 p.m. 6 no ma wie o mo interrogation no mo examination no. Sometimes they will be satisfied, on the balance of probability. Say it is more likely that indeed you are married than not. Inti yebemu akofie. The omo be ne say omo be keep your passport. Wo card no na omo catch you say bia na questions no, they will need your other partner to corroborate whatever you've said, so they can arrange for a new interview for you and your partner. The me pese say no so nyina wo saade we ho ni say you giving all the answers na enye papa na ebe affected, it will be adverse to your case, you can hold on with some of them, okay? So you say ukunu a date of birth, yes, you have to say ukunu date of birth. You can't say that you don't know or you are tired. But there are some other questions that you can avoid them if you don't know. You are tired, you are confused, you can say all of those things, and then they will, because one by recorded. Some more friend say you're detaining or airport, the lawyer ebeye, and they say you did better record to say you act for you, okay? It gives you a protection in a way that they know that now they have to deal with the solicitors. It is also a Hebrew command, or my email. I'm on speed dial at the moment because I'm always talking to them. They are very proactive. They will be calling us and asking us questions as well. So we can help to slow down things. Me pacho udu ono mena so mo catch to say ye be detain unti ye do akotena baabi na ya ma sa phone na frɛ me pacho mo frɛ lawyer men hope say bia something will happen. Just bring a lawyer into that. Say ye bemwa then they become no more careful. Say the omo ye bia na also mo ye careful. Nti hono na ye bebu say interview bia abema omon send a record of it. Na ye steady hu de okeka no then we know what to do. Say basse home office enye satisfy. No more say bia they may revoke your leave. It's a decision. Decision to cancel your leave, is appealable. Okay, so it's also Immigration Act na 2002, section 82 na right to say yes, say mawo metna kroma ye cancel wo kata de amawa. You can appeal against that. You can also do a judicial review against that. You can do administrative review against that decision. And your amount document be or me pacho men ko sign that document. The catch say you need to speak to your solicitor before signing any document. Sometimes omobe catch say ye pese ye boaw enti ebia seek asylum. Me pacho, why are you going to seek asylum if you are married to an EU national? And I will ban you questions and I anko no more doubts what worry no more there will say so seek asylum yen fa won back to Ukrum Ghana but then don't because insist that you are married, you've not divorced, and therefore if there's anything because say you detainee you bail is presumption obia you detainee there's no imminent say you do coffee because so we do her and pay. Na say even so moka say 2 days or 3 days crown you do back Ghana. The removal is not imminent. This is administrative removal. It's not deportation. So there's a difference between deportation and removal. Removal and administrative. When you're bonibia, you are not a criminal. This is not a criminal offense. What banner what can simbi no say and fuck community. You doubt it will residents and the work room hana me patrol. You can ask them home office phone say lawyer ebebem first of all now men komo mo de unko siki asylum no say the enokra wo nyina ne say eye mo mo de visit visa eba no na yemfa ne say bia the visit visa eba program no kra no is gone already, so the purpose of your visit has already been defeated. So what do report ni ebusa say then abe na also over conference, the conference near that ben it was in May but it's gone, so why are you coming? So but maybe if they decide to cancel that your entry, that you have less protection than somebody or not kromania man krata no bani yesi ye man e romana ye pese ye revoking ad. Nti won sometimes a bia ubek siki asylum so that because so siki asylum you have to be assessed, you have to be interviewed. It's a long process. Therefore they would detain you, send you to a removal center. Unya kohwa lawyer bebem yebema bail application amount because my case removal is not imminent. Therefore, bail is presumption. You will get bail. So when you're Secretary of State bail, ubenya first year tribunal bail at all costs because you seek asylum. So they have to look at your case. But when you for some reason now more kroma now bana ye doubt the relationship now indigenous nya setna no. Mo na ye come asem and then say me pacho unya Edka say, opese lawyer ebem na o lawyer send it, letter of authority bem na yes no more delay. You will be protected somehow. So your legal rights at the airports, when questioned, searched, detained, and they say home office for power so yes and that is fine. But you also have a right under human rights. Now, some mention human rights, no rights, and then they say, any say, obia subject to any inhumane treatment, and I say, will deprive of right of residence in the UK, which you have. So, also deprive of that right. They have to prove that indeed they have the evidence to prove that otherwise. So, evidence cannot be one way. Say, you know, say, we know about your partner, but they haven't even spoken to the other partner. How can they conclude that the marriage is fake or one of convenience and therefore they are revoking your leave? That is not lawful, and therefore so solicitors, lawyers for Nibema, they can intervene. Into Mpacho, say Udu Airport, na ye interview, na omoka se omo add your passport and no card at all, and yeah, don't worry at all, okay? Because say lawyers for Nibema, we would make sure that there has been a thorough assessment of this relationship before they can conclude. Now, one case I made dealing here, you know, on Obedru Hanam and some questions and any answers now. Then they actually, convince him to seek asylum, which, is not something that he should have done, but that is what he did. Now, what we've done is that we've told Home Office that okay, so he is still married. Once that's what we would want them to do an assessment before they can conclude that the marriage is one of convenience. Home Office for to say they will call for an interview and a interview or no, and then you see, the good thing is that a interview now within 2 days. Mamene by, call interview questions on the go through well, but once abba and ukru no mako interview in itself is about passing the interview anyway, because in Kenya and Kenya they say nipa no beba. They gone to the interview and they came out the passport and the card and man. This is a person that Home Office served him IS 96R. Say you detained you be cancelokrata you basic. But the submission we made was the fact that they are so married and they haven't actually proven beyond any, not beyond any reason, on the balance of probabilities that the marriage is one of convenience. Because bear in mind that, so we provide a marriage certificate, a fair answers to questions asked. There be pendulum of proving the marriage is convenience. That is, the onus is on the Home Office to also prove say the working is not the case. So the Neniama man back case die. And until I make us say udu honoma. Questions na yebebusa no se wunim ebi na nye factual, you can elect not to answer some of them. That would then give you more time, because then they would have to find the time to do a proper assessment. That will afford you the time for you to contact your solicitor so that solicitors can come in and intervene and help. Me pacho, human rights, Article 5, said they make a protecting. Everyone has the right to liberty and security of the person. So no one shall be deprived of his liberty. Although say, the expectation of Home Office say, be protecting the public from illegal entrant. You are not illegal entrant. You have a valid leave to be in the UK, and therefore that right must be exerted. So, Prophet, so Shema, say ye jinam wo airport na ye detainiwa. And yema obey no ebi ni se ye fa de bi section 120 ya na eye sa National Immigration Act in 2002 na se ka de ntia ye doubt se wasetena na wo no enye right nti ye jefru nsem, but ye ma chance se ma ye hu ade foforo nti wo krom hanam. That is very good. That will allow you time for your solicitors to challenge. So you give that document to your solicitor. Your solicitor be complete normal reason to Okroma. All the cases I'm doing, almost all of them have to do section 120 response, whereby I've stated that they are still married, they haven't divorced, the marriage is genuine, there haven't been any assessment to show otherwise, and therefore that is the reason why they are here. The yakwa acha umaya assessment they've given back their documents. Uma cancel cases we are still on it. You can appeal. So we have section 120 representation. That's the Home Office for and Jiantum said that is the case. That is also a decision. under human rights, because at the moment, although say EU law, at the moment, remove a human rights in so because say do you African woman now all lose or partner now, that is family life, private life being affected, being interfered with. Therefore, you would have right to appeal against that decision. Until we are section 120 representation. So Home Office one to say reasons now dear man also work is the case. Then you can appeal against that decision to refuse the section 120 request answers. That will give you all the time to gather the evidence that you need to show that your relationship is genuine. There can be a JR if you don't have a right of appeal. You can do judicial review against that. That is in a form, a higher place of appeal as well. And I can say asylum near visitors follow. And Prophet, my main friend say, for questions then it can help to dive more in details into what we've just discussed.
You lawyer anopai yedawasi anopai di wabubo nsemusuna sani okika yi sa pe because me free Ghana baye na watwimu ani na terminal 3 eho ye bawe pa eho ye bawe eho ye busy ma kire say o ma ye twi o mo gina nchen o ma ye di o mo ko wura dan mu o ma ye bete na o mo ho tutu o ma no enye easy eduru ba bi kura no in the queue no obi immigration officer ba no abeje o passport no wabuebiem no sa de amount no waje o card no wa check no de amount no wasa ko box no ni asa ko interview enti emi say anopai de lawyer wabebuebie gisem lawyer say wo kwa no aye dey no akra enti mo ware wie ya mo bi say mo awie enti mo ko ntokwa no wo de o kwa e be hwe kwanya be fa so obekra anopai braswe 0208 133 4646 0208 133 1134 na medewo ama lawyer na ekirese watimi abisa wonsem na obi bebisa lawyer senti lawyer se yentu kwan bi mu ana yentu kwan bi wo betu kwan adentia wo right so betu kwan wo right so betu kwan ba lawyer se wo tu kwan a boa wo ho lawyer ye binom so yabon wo tra de ne ditare ani akikura ye wire befi
Prophet say Sasam na no kora ya na ye den say bestic, you know.
Okay. Lawyer say asem no enye no kora ye den say e bestic. But say ye no kora dia ene ye bisa wa no agya agum kahu na eko. Anapai bra. Lawyer say enye nkrata asem no nko an ye bedi hu nkomo. Nye airport nsem no nko an ene ye di hu nkomo. Enti ade biara efa emra ho. Se echiwa dwenso kakra ene fabra na ye ne lawyer embisa no ho nsem no wontimi mfama ye mame ma 1 minute break na hunu won a ye ne om edi dwuman enne na hwehwe ye chiri kwan bia na won so obehia ye moa.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our child care and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.
#61884. Ubehuyen with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. your preferred community lawyers.
Hello, me pacho, me ma watching, Emma Aquaba. Odo you me pacho, Gina Yena, or Lionel, a muye faint, nti Ujina baby and committing at you and can yank a baby de pa. Me son, voice in the form. Lawyer me pacho tinenka.
Prophet pacho Emma sounding in Mawa.
Ne line no mu very faint. Obi na kan asem. Hello. Wo kasa die but yen sheda ente wonka yiye. Won so no wadi kan afre you. Okay. Me pa choka sana mintie. Mami jina sumami. Wo kasa no wo a chiri. Ena very faint. Very faint. But what you mean loud and clear? Yo, me too won't kitten, but Kawasa na mean for my lawyer. Ka na mean TS met media my lawyer, met me interpret my lawyer. There be also uti lawyer na lawyer sitting. Oh, meanwhile, Senka, what the line about to soon was a fra. Wait, dear, minimum Senka, what bone home what this and ne, one our person with your face. But, suffer line not too soon as a friend, my mema assurance. So, what the line not too soon now, friend, now one go to her. Friend, me, I'm a personal mobile number, a 078 521 93538. Me and Mama were going because what try Senka, we your first person, a person with friend. And to walk the two soon now, friend, one go to her. Frame me personal mobile number 078 521 93538 078 521 93538. Me pacho mo bi am fresh number my sorry number na we me the my sister no first person I want try ba ne line no mo waye enti ye ma na kwanja no mfa ngrom sister nyame nhira why yo bye. Hello. Hello, me pacho, me ma watching. I'm on baba jumadi so. Oh, okay. We die meji atumu say ebia ebe free me studio ha because line no cry so e faint. Line no ye faint. Me pacho what mean ka? Mete wonka but wo voice no wo form. O voice no wo form. Me pa choka sana mintie. Dabi o voice no wo form. O voice no wo form. O voice no wo form. O voice no. Yeah, hello. And candia mete wonka but voice no and a wo form nyamene no kura nim voice no e wo form a e kire say men shada enti wonka yiye men shada enti wonka yiye ya kasana mintie afi kasana min fama lawyer. Me pacho use why application be 9 months ni, but my 9 months me boa. But my your sister. Okay, ena opesa why adwuma. Oh, and then me line emwame. And then me line emwame. Yeah,
so Prophet, should we give the studio hour one to try?
Your one, no, how is it gonna come to me here for me to give it to you? It's also another thing.
So would it be on? It won't be on speaker.
My memo on 077 719 508 Fred 077 719 50989. Fred Bra, so na me I don't know. And to my best of knowledge, dear, BBI okay, but I don't know why lines, I so faint. Me we are making crofobia back courts because omna media chilija me we are making crofobia back court lawyer. Omna media chilija until I'll put to them. Hello, me pacho me watching.
Me Joseph Prophet.
Oh, wait, dear, me too can loud and clear.
Okay, that's it. If I busa lawyer, my sister we saw your application via man maybe now. Why mistake? We am say EU entry for the family members entry application maybe now. Say or submit we on say why mistake last 2 weeks now. And I'm saying to upload any document we can come out. In that case, it's not just a regular application and also a new application. No one,
Prophet, yeah, my brother, me pacho, a mistake banner or yeah. What mistake is that?
Yeah, my brother, me pacho.
Masa me pacho lawyer A bisa say mistake ben and our sister ni ye.
Okay, me pacho was it about my message, sending my I was nipa na me fan say o ware no wa no say no enye ne mane if you for name me
step
no mane wo mo so okay I am say application no for trainer say na ma intine am say am so mu for evidence that say na ma embra na eto so bi mo so no am so say eto so bi mo so say yeah, one son 31st December, and some Grana Bros 31st December 2020, and some Grana Brosa. In terms of a Sigam, whom say I'm from 20%. And I said, be an on redraw application or now to say, on submit any document, be an on redraw announce on your
sorry. The good thing with EU applications in is very, very receptionist. So what your mistake say, why a step. Sponsor na step parent obeye cover letter someone am your application into manentro once wonyam fa so won call na wako biometric appointment na so wonyam call
lawyer say wako biometric appointment na so wonyam call
if I tell you on call
so wonyam call
yeah that's good
when you upload any document
yeah okay listen a free application. So if you say mistakes, too much. Oh, yeah, for okay. And once we are completely for and yet, completely for I be override the old one. So that is not an issue. But say, and once on a person keep here, the obeying and say, obetro note say, the relationship is not a biological parent; it's a step parent. You can say for evidence approve relationship, whether sponsor a biological parent or a step parent or your parent, and or the marriage certificate, and somewhere DNA, and our birth certificate, and only the evidence of relationship to satisfy the relationship requirement. Either way, a bit more prove the relationship. It doesn't matter so a step or a biological. No, documents in court, so you have the opportunity to rectify this mistake. So, but you note now, like I said, the sponsor no open crowd they obey and say over printed form now ma complete already no na baby a mistake no baby amoteke no say bia most states say oye parent no watch no step parent you know or cancel the wrong information no watch the accurate the right information now what initial say one will cancel sa ade no enye ehibia it will be okay into we submit documents na no the forms na wa annotate no aka supporting documents no no the mom that will be okay but say ohwena ebeye inconvenience amawa and one say was sign a complete a new application which is free of charge into any problem yeah immigration rules application na yeah na hard you just have to annotate and stick to it because if you withdraw it's going to take a long time for the money to come back and do another one and all the problems that comes with it and with EU application just so you mistake up just correct it and go or you can withdraw and do a new one. The option is yours to make. The choice, I suppose.
Minya, onyame nhyira. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, Timinka.
Okay, man, there's much. Perfect.
Aye.
And you know, in case it be a obey who from whom you also bear withdrawn. Yes, sir.
No, just you do a new one and the old one will be withdrawn.
Or say lawyer says we a new one, the old one will be withdrawn. Lawyer say we a new one. Why?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you nyame nhyira. Yeah. Hello, me pacho Gina Sumami. Wow, mobile line so me pacho Gina Sumami 1 minute. Yeah, hello. Okay. No, mobile one, Auntie Gina Sumami. My many brother no computer no so me no buy answer na wo ba. Why? Yo, brother me pacho kasa.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Yes, we should lawyer me pacho tinenka.
Very, very, very.
You're very faint. You you're begging me come on.
Prophet.
Uncle Kasamit you.
Sister, application very 9 months and my back. With me, Juma. Now, what send this share code, a corner lawyer, the lawyer, fat share code in the man. In this case, in a day, I say, oh, because they say, I compare you, Mamma, to me, I say, code. What send the corner lawyer several times, the lawyer, no, and for man.
Me pacho so to make a EU application and
Paja.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. So why would lawyer not give? Is I know sometimes lawyers are very busy. Maybe at the time now we hear code no, and yes share code na ebe lawyer no. A coder would be open the share code, and so we have problems sir. Say your Home Office for EU settlement scheme ni do my no say. Obetima frɛ EU resolution center, okay? Now also the contact details are mawo say o lawyer no ye o helper, right? And we now we applicant and also contact details any. Omobeji no mo dey reset o account no wa obetima generate share code na code na ba wa wo ho whilst wunyi wo lawyer the details in free application so me pacho what you say so mo frɛ EU resolution center number no na catch mo say opese wo add wo applicant no wo contact details to the account so that you can access your share code as your lawyer is always busy and sometimes our person onya code na won sanka omo de number beka home na first na nyesa abase so my nesa na wo wutimi generate share code by because of say eno na the norm now nti no it has to be accessible in patch of EU resolution center na fa details ma wo mu na wa wetima generate the code for yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that's
you ohene onso ye da wase lawyer hwe afibi ya sound line na menya ne hwe won wan wasan ba wo.
Well, I think so you didn't come lawyer Eunice texted me said, oh, catch a prophet to try the other number. For the past 2 programs I have had the phone causing problems like this. So I think so lawyer Eunice bompa egu so ntina man baba.
I see lawyer Eunice ngosira na ye adwuma. Lawyer Edasi ngosira na ye adwuma. Ma me family we be ento so no wagina line so wache. Ma me pa cho me watching e mo wakwa aba lawyer tie o.
Yeah, eja papa. Pacho, menso me dey say there were 5 years as it's now Ukrumta. And I'm a baby girl. Also when 9 months. But I apply for Ghana passport amano. Aye na ye feni say EU settlement ama naba. And no said the lawyer can ye man 2024 31st. Said the lawyer kasa card no asani ye de ma won. Na be ma ne ne work plan so woni bi. Na mpase mbusa lawyer say me pa me chewu. You betimi afa akra no so aye bia ma be ma na se kwan be na ye be paso.
Yo, my dear sister, that is very good. Now, Katre Akontase, there is a good news for him. Ninyinani say last 2 weeks.
Hello.
Yes, mpacha otimeka. I was the making utimi etimi.
Nia lawyer can jinaso.
Ane onti no menya question unti obetimeti.
Mama fato so na tie lawyer why? Lawyer chire unti fato so na tie no why? You nyame inshira bye bye.
Okay, so Prophet, this is something that we did 2 weeks ago. Same scenario, yes. Your office, your Madam Cynthia, on a practice manager, and yes, another Madam Cynthia, on a lawyer, new lawyer, or your office on meaning the yes application.
Now maybe did you know when you
So we have 2 Cynthias.
Cynthias now.
Second one, no, I'm so you know she was there on no reception or.
Sir.
I think so. Very brilliant young lawyer. Menene yes application yibi. I successful. She did all of it. Now, yenua baby EU national eba inti onono na application no kra why no. Onono 5 years no. Prophet MI onono 5 years ni mai. Na wone ne kunu awo eba. Inti omo wo ye no. Unse onono papa ye EU national. Inti omo wo ye na meka che ne se enam se ne abofra na yawo no ne nana eye EU national ne nti no yenye application ma abofra na ene eye application ma no omo ma abofra ne 5 years card ne de my dear sister don't worry card ne de se no medical ka no 2 years no mo de ma no nche se 2 years 5 years nti ya hwe email no letter no mo de buy no se ese ya ma no pre-settled status 5 years now say for bekaya ye beka kire mo say first no na definition of a qualifying child that utimi gina no so a application etna kroma under the immigration rules na ye abofra or ye British citizen anase abofra ye won o ha na wadi 7 years ana abofra ye de ne ba kroma na wa ba be di 7 years e wo ha se but omo review that definition no 117D of the Immigration Act 2002 but we heard case law Trevor ne na definition ne de sanity but omode abofra owo EU settlement scheme 5 years abeka ho se sa abofra no so qualifying child dinezo ohwema. Now we have 3 categories: a British child who was born in the UK now wadi 7 years and as ye dene ba UK or that's ye below 18 now wadi 7 ewo krom ha, and abofra wenya 5 years under EU settlement scheme. That is all 5 years under EU settlement scheme. And so you're qualifying child. Nti yes sister, you question your obuse say ne ba no ewo EU settlement scheme 5 years a be mana one no wo ho say na either say oya abofra ne papa o say oya step father o omote as a family unit gen 3.2 of the immigration rules. So utimi show say oye bibi ma abofra no oye bibi ma na ebia so omoko GP omoko school say abofra no en start school na say GP no kwa fine and now say even omonko GP po na health visitor befie no hu no say ana papa no so abofra no mu o ma na duane o dware no na oma letter say obefie o hu say Mr. Adai eboa ne ba no e ma ne dware edidi a na o de salete ne ma na me pacho papa no betimi da ya application ejina ne yere no so ene abofra no so ama no 2.5 under the gen 3.2 human rights because refusal of that application will be harsh. Scenario me de ya make us say the successful no na maame no kra de ne krata no as we speak my only 5 years because we say ne ba no mom de ne ya within them say 2 months by only de ne for almost 6 months my because abofra. So my dear utie me a me pacho o de frɛ lawyer na ene no entrance abofra no qualifying child papa no betime gina abofra no so e de enya krata mamema another one it was the most brilliant decision for the year abribia prophet say kasaya na say se obu honom na wo ba e wo krom ha na abofra no enne no nte. So this application we did was pure human rights application. It was a 50-50, but it was successful. So that means so obia was a situation where ma obetimi aba na ya bibisa amano. Papa oni krata one mami wo ye mami no ejina the first child that oil British citizen so and a man 2.5 and one yenua beme ewo yi nti akora na wawo the second one de oye Ghanaian na o my Ghana passport amano ti maame no gina ne ba na oye British no so se maame no 2.5 no de obia no na ye de be ma ne ba na oye Ghana ni no and a man ne baketo na wawo no so 2.5 years live to remain. So maame no 2.5 ne ba Ghana ni no 2.5 and ne ba panyin no oye British no so ye British citizen. But father of the second child no oye Ghanaian no oni maame ni relationship or tene baby. You know, said direct access immigration rules, is very specific. As say, so only mammy in relationship. I was a abofrana mammy and a qualifying child. I've already explained what a qualifying child is. I was a mammy now on abofrana so I was settled status. That is, I was a mammy who either indefinite and as well British citizenship. Scenario I'm making in case a successful, not mammy no any settled status or 2.5. Abofra na papa no the biological child na wo gina no so no only 2.5 on your qualifying child. It so sure sa paragraph 2.4 of the immigration rules na ebema watime gina so show relationship no onya leave to remain no omiti emubia. But we made a submission to the Home Office that our client, he doesn't meet the immigration rules, but it is not only immigration rules na yedijina so ma obi leave to remain, because there is also a human rights element in that. And therefore, on this occasion, we are, although say immigration rules is the starting point, we are putting that on the side. And then we made argument under private life and family life. Prophet, omodi 2.5, onokwada osaya priority service. Normally, we priority service na we case near straightforward. Ombakacho said we are sorry. We need more time to actually examine this application, or your priority service. The same day now, and the same day now, so what that means is that, say, evidence this person or direct access about to meet show say, although say or so come or find a banner or fact or British citizen so come and do diagro because of 4 non quantity DNA not penny news into what the neck home. And nya letter from abofrani school say ya papa no ba ho be fa no sometimes or fana or fa British child and so remember and I'm so one maame no worry into British child no nya the step no wetima rely on that child. So this is a brilliant idea into me pacho atifo so obi finding itself in that situation although say it looks as if from the face or on the face value that he doesn't qualify for anything, you can try. So Uniska, ubetima a free waiver to go and try this, and then let's see. Say be abetraya kompensa mamini benya indefinite. You can try and see, and hopefully it will go through. And I'm saying nearby when ne answer, but I just added this so that people in that same situation could also take that advice as well.
Yeah, lawyer, yeah, that was say. What line to be a jina so mame kuchuku na lawyer. Intini you say una no ma me wagina so wache fache ye me pa cho me ma wache e ma wakwa ba.
Good morning, sir.
Oh eja nyame nhira morning
Apome
nyame ehira ye
nyame nhira o nyina o djuma pa wo ye
lawyer 8 ye okura
besro me you member na mo UK na me dependent but me hu kafo na ni member na wo so ha. I made application almost for 1 year. This month, 1 year. Now still application number. I'm a person who could so. You're them here. Here you could feel. You could now before no I moko it na member up and down. Sometimes I'm a good here airport, Luton airport. Oh yeah na war home.
Yeah.
The them be said there's some who could fear.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, brother. First of all, now what I can we say can we a good summary so that I can add this to the submission as well. Also, me can be say yeah na sometimes obu ho anoma ne passport na a flag up so we'll pass it through immigration. There could be so many reasons why is the case. But become one example say ebu ho no report say the passport are yerada and I be an a card are yerada. All the time, you know, yeah, na it show time you pass immigration be and na a flag say they should you know check you up properly to see that it is you. It could be other things that I may not know. Dear, it be happen my client a ye man and say or no, you know, or indefinite leave. Anytime be obidu airport be a ye man tenancy. Ni yako checking ye man, you know, he always feel embarrassed about this thing. And I can understand so when your family call. Now sometimes, you know, you be more tenancy na you interrogate you. The obey ni na say. So we lawyer bit me I subject access request to the Home Office. And no under the data protection, you know, ultimate catch the Home Office for say say unya wo file na wo hu ade a efa wo hu e wo honom. Now that can tell you the information they have about you. If there's anything that is wronger, then you can rectify it. Another point, the say the last time I travel in Odu no, say can they tell him what the issue is? They said they can't tell him. Into Obafi and Opi and Obama, what I did was I wrote to Home Office and requested for explanation as why my client has always been subjected to, you know, further examination as opposed to the normal. If there is anything else, then we can help. They should let us know. So Home Office wrote back to us to say that they have amended his record. There was an information that not omunye sure. So anytime I over pass through airport, you know, they have to question him and be sure that it is what it is, because now the previous immigration history is very colorful. Why nema bebre? So there was some marriage of convenience, ujai and for nema bebre. So they always want to talk to him about something. But then yes, send us a letter no. Omo clarify said they are now happy, he's cleared. Until omo yibibia free na den so say em say wako twice. Or so urban normal questions no oko he how long now we spend here now by o man nye no sa intimate patrol while with my trust a letter we say you know it is something that you can consider as harassment, because you know that you bit me abusa questions but all the any overly and therefore open explanation o yes na emma obi enya time ko hwe wo file no so na otimi se bibi wo ho, because sometimes o pass through a umbeka cho say ya correct your file until next time we do a musa bibi ebim obo ebia wanye obe check ba no must say busa the same questions until write to them. They will have a record of your correspondence and then they would actually rectify whatever the issue is. So lawyer and so my lawyer no enye saadie no emma me pacho why
o menua nia lawyer edito ho ma wono no enti di achire na ma lawyer encheki ema se ohwe wo mre na enne emre akobibiri aka 3 minutes na abo 11 odifo major ekwan intentem na matu america na meko efise yenso yeginam 21 days fasting and prayer awie bia ye bompa ye ewe ye line no so ena anwumre na ye hyiamu na ye ne adofo edi empire bonso edi aginamu enti hyenenso bi ana me family last caller na fe me di dwumadie no abawie me pa cho me ma achi emo wakwa aba eba dwumadie so
pa cho be jo pa Lenyamia says Misaka on my tracks. I've been sanka, but I'm lucky today.
Yeah.
With the master the brave, what you are more only lawyer, Richard. My person me that lawyer, Richard. I see. My papa, then Yamia Dominsaka, Minyaku Sham, or Mamma Quasenti, or shade Mamma wisdom, because in Crawford, woman was a cool to him. Nadiamoyano, I mean, who said it before my basso, but Nabe. Masemo a new year nam ubi lawyer basamsa. Jawasem no lawyer near the message makabi. I'm a lawyer. I frame it. Samalapia, lawyer the only me.
Oh, yeah.
Papa, you make your hobby more. Me cap on my emotional.
Emotional.
Yeah, but me bomb pie say
ubia or platform is so ubia nyarishim because papa no or nyaminipa or buankro for nyisika but o nyamin o time manipa enti me bom pae say onyankopon emo ubia na oninsan kan paper senia lawyer lawyer Richard ayama me o ayama me ba wasan so ayama me paper na complicated o nko na o lawyer only sen OCD jumadi no ma ama SSA enede me ho atomi no enti na me pese me ba na me be clear me ma obie say papa no na ayi jumadi amudi no jumadi papa say obia nya rehemu na fe because o so nyame enti munso nyina mo nyame nipa enti me minim say ade bia mo ye bia no ebe si ya mo bia situation bi obia ho bia me say okwan ya papa no be fa so aye no de mo nya ba no be ye enti me bon pa me ba se be ya ye keke because me nsa ka me de enti se na me nsa ka me de sa na me wo gidi say omo nso omo de dem ne omo ansem omo nsem wo no lawyer Richard Beya mo nyina because papa no eyi ne fi help as I say me che say me dwen ho a me ntimi ase ma ndika be hu no adana se ba we asida etoso mi no a me de to amana se me tana se bebre o jumade otima
emo na me pacho o kwa asida no na onsa hwe okutuku ana se na ekurakura nya hwe lawyer stressa lawyer o space ni me ba meji lawyer was person no me ba meji sani I was when my me ba meji.
Yeah, I mean, uncle, thank you.
Thank you. Me danyamia se pa ma obia sani a o kanu be kura be say akwantu mu asem ni a wanko bia so ya anko mo chiro mo enough kura actually be out to say home office to deal with these people very very difficult and say nyame nipa o so nyame a wasem ko to obi anim no nipa no say said utri anye yekwa na ofiefo kura wo ya ho a oniema nko yi ma so na papa
we ya no electric wire na say
electric wire but holy ghost fire to cherry
the because
lawyer Richard or ginyamidi intino bi no SCP na ewie peye ti be dana se bebre be dana se a ensaka.
Amen. Yeah, that's it. Lawyer, can be enough in my bisa lawyer question.
Yeah, I'll say something because uncle and auntie, my Evelyn, morning. They have been very, very advised, and the encouragement, the belief is just amazing. Uncle, enya abotari sana omo distributing. Home office on omo prophet omo hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes omo can say no, ma can say yeah way omo so never sen kamo ye say. They were so confused about this, but uncle all out no onyabotre mamia de make bia adibia make so for bebria no they but that is the belief into esana na ma adwumana ye kama say lawyer no may apply law no but so one for evidence no information na mamia yentimi enko bebia. He did an amazing job and uncle thank you for this one as well esana na ma you know it's just amazing when you hear things like that, especially coming from a very, very prominent person like Mr. Apia.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful, Uncle, to you and Auntie as well, and the encouragement. You always. Sometimes, there was a time when they just come to visit me, in the office. That is like I know, say, as someone come to me, they kind of phone. So, but no more from Watford, no more the Abana, Omar Bani, didn't come. So I really, really, really. Hold them in high esteem. Uncle, thank you very much. Now, regards to 2 boys in so your British children. Now, I'm saying, I'm coming to you. So you better say later, Uncle. Nti medasipa se wabana waba abema abishraye. I'm very, very grateful.
Lawyer, asedane de ya na ehu hia. Asedano ya na ehu hia pa because akwatafuo du nukura na obakope ne ko Jesus ho. And okoda na sina Jesus bisa say na samo ye 10 na 9 na aka no omo wani enti ye da anklase e omo the testimony si na basa na ahye amanfo sapo mu nsuo enti eno lawyer ma memfa we emetwa mu ma na we mede menew e na be ye example because obi asem abeto manim me e na mede me car abebo wo car to accident aba ya exchange insurance details se say insurance aye wo car no me so omaye me car amame ena wo claim a free meme insurance na insurance for no delay no mo fa usika na mrewa me ena wo say wo de me court anasa insurance for ena wo so di om court
mo me no nyina
ye me no nyina betimi di akoko
yes we no insurance for me
woni me they say ye dia share insurance for nsa omo na woni omo deal no ye me no nyina betimi di akoko.
So the respondent will be you and the insurance company. So in relation to civil litigation, you go for the kill, okay? So you can't know where you can get your money from. So claim I will name you and the insurance company as the respondent of this claim. And wouldn't also deal with your insurance to make sure that they pay me my money. Because you instructed the insurance to act on your behalf to insure you. So if I'm not getting my money from the insurance and I want to take any action against, I'll take action against you and the insurance both. So I'm dealing with a case now. Brony also a roofer. Obia otimi eboama oye roof.
Yeah.
Prophet on your roofer you know, or your homelessness or your homeless. You know, when you white man, you know, so the oil and say, oh, to me, what the garden, handyman, but now this was too tempting because if you are like I say, so to me, if I see the patch of the roof now, over £2,000, and also on a roofer for more than 20 years. But the landlord didn't do the due diligence by checking. Is it your check trader or whatever? Which my check is a nipa no registered. One yes, I name na. And no dear Jumana Mapapano. And no quena. Wa burning the whole house. Okay, so once we used to touch a bit to patch something, and I set the roof on fire. Now a loft and I get it down. Then it burned the house. Fire service for buy and I just say and man. Almost 1/3 of the house is gone. Now they are claiming, say or company or a roofer, and you know, definitely all insurance protect you in terms of any claim, and because you can pay about £300,000 from your own coffers into insurance. So they made a claim against him, and you know what they've done? As you are saying, they've claimed against him and his insurance that they don't even know, the insurer. So now what they've done is, so insurance company, then he will then liaise with the insurance company that the YNE into indemnify. So into Abribia, particulars of claim will name you and your insurance. That is a good way of chasing money from somebody.
And before, latest in the Bremen, normally be a common insurance.
Yeah, be on the Bebro, several insurance. They know that they will get the money from the insurance company. But if it happens that the insurance company no aren't here, then they will get the money from you as a claim against yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Enti nipa no onka na come anto ne yema na se den na wo so ye.
Well, the insurance if say on breachy bibia, un say o policy no will tell you if you do something and they didn't know, then maybe it may affect your claim in the future. So I need be come there and then more on your word insurance in the bit here. But somebody need a car who has been the respondent and then yet problem and a normal procedure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was offer insurance, you know, be so say get involved with the microphone and as when you
Sorry, say that again.
Say offer insurance. Now on control say we receive later be say and get it back to microphone and as when you
No. Any correspondence should be forwarded to his insurance company. On Sunday, Bibia, everyone will be a copy insurance.
All right.
Now, omo legal team omo be deal with this. So, adebi omo de bebre or no biano. Normally, they would CC the insurance company into it, but also some forwarding comma omo just to make sure that they have sight of that correspondence.
Yo, lawyer, any you better was see. And pay Osha 8 minutes past 11. By 12, it was something so maybe live. Na many master and mammy followers. You be bomb pay for our 20 1 day's fasting and prayer, and then a 4th day. And in Yadu Besiha, send your bay traffic intimi and chimney, and necran come here, send me preaching a cran, so me share time on that. The preaching about any in the lawyer for what must we chat to MI address in the telephone number. I'm sure. Abrasa White and as in a one
Pacho.
We
haven't moved an inch.
Exit 2 animal. Exit 2 ho. And if we must we chat to my any
Prophet into time. I said the air canning and say, almost started hard in airport or me pacho. So what to coin, Nasa bar, making sure say, who information be was a will be, especially more worrying.
Yeah.
So we now bash now your application, I have any problem because of course, you know, but so worry, yeah, not there be a doubt to a hawker cry. And so making sure say o partner no, it will be ideal say o work room ha. More yana most more partner or Belgium, Holland, Germany, and yana a hard yana ma raise almost suspicion to a higher level because then they are thinking say a beer na our running yet. Sorry, and no current me pacho. O to coin now ba na wa make sure partner no bibia ye intact or ya where say o to coin we itinerary nyina baby at time a call any time a wo ba ebeboa but also drew airport na yebusa questions a enye se bia eye personal eye normal procedure e happen wo airport say you kase kwotena ase a na say information now they ma wo no they have to verify something with another department ebia wo se wukunu ne ye adwuma wo Tesco's ujina na nimu na no ontimi enhu se e ampa se wukunu ne ye adwuma Tesco's so makasa tena ase they will go and check whether indeed your husband works at Tesco's. And keep calm. You be question away, you know. Now, you can say you do interview room. And say, bro, from mo cannot say, "Obet my request for interpreter." Obet my kind of person unya or lawyer ma or buy mo so ebi account. Me patch mobile phones no cause problems for airports. My catch them say Tourism Act no mo introduce and more exceptional powers to actually get into your phone. So one far more they. Because examination, you know, include also searching your phones and your baggage. It is all that's a problem which means I didn't do phone in now they are called hold. But under normal circumstances, any person walking through borders should have a phone on him because it's not normal not to have a phone. And which my perform be a granada chum say encourage suspicion. These are all practical techniques you should adopt. That is if we will be or so won't mean you face more problems. Maybe just say omodo ko no maka so mbe detain wa don't worry my lawyer mram ye detain wa detention no nche say you know you bit mama bail am wa babontin ya several IS 96 hour na ombema reason till omo detain sometimes ya no mo say because of say one satisfactory answers to questions asked. If that is the case you be record it you be request for the interview transcript no na ya hu. Sometimes you be ask you for them to arrange a full interview with your partner. Na okrata no oman anko say no. Enti moma yenye careful when we are coming back when we've gone for holidays because Terminal 3 for example is very very hot at the moment in relation to mama waren especially EU for na family members no. Moma yenye careful na making sure say mo all the information about your partner when you are coming back. Me pacho mama yense so. Say udronom na omo de o say sign bibia men sign if you don't know what you are signing up. Ye detain wa enye criminal offense e bibi ntina o mo hwehwe men panike say bia bibi is going to happen to you. You will always have a remedy. And mama ma yenye worried about that. Just make sure that you have all the information necessary so that you can pass through immigration and peacefully and safely, not problem biama. So prophet, when na medibeja if I delay ni dia ya kan ho asem yenim say ya dia ekoso abotare na I say nya de obeye bia no actually to say omo apologize say ade na delay but you will get to so any personal any say bia application no problem bi wo ho ntina ache a normal thing na ekoso and with the lawyers we are doing everything possible we can to make sure that you all get your decisions as soon as possible. The prophet when I made the beja said
lawyer me pacho oka bibi betwa mu say one application edem for one wahwe British nkola for the last 5 years sisi elmodi enioma egugu akwan mu no wo say next week omonhwe animu say information ebeba out to how they gonna and I say because my who say amount for the applications be bria kugumupa ebinum kura ya from my request for further documents.
Yes.
Inti no assurance the same.
Yeah, so Prophet, sir, I can send your case no buy no na you happy. Inti yesi mo amahwe nkura ne nyina mutimi ya application for the indefinite leave. But we application na why ye be mo akwa your fingerprints no, what the documents nyina akọ no return or passport, that is fine. But unti bibia bi. Home Office for say omu keep on hold all the applications pending so omu be revise omu guidance notes na efa Zambrano applications no honenti. Next week I think it's 13th or 14th. Omu be publish omu new guidance notes as to how omu be see consider applications for indefinite leave under the Zambrano principle no. Enti next week yebe mo hu so omu publish ya yebe go through ne amoma hu how omu pese omu si ye no. Say bia omu be here specific evidence bia yebe mo ya we but so application no ho don't worry. The omu here bia no they will write to you say bia now you pese ehia we and you pese ehia we because sometimes omu timi create a specific information na omu pese omu nya ansa no ma grant it. And so why your application that is absolutely fine. And we honum so omu nya revise so omu guidance notes na the omu pese ye no we will let you know na yeah nti mo amode no ema ni nyina there is a reason for that. It's because Home Office for no hold ni nyina on for pending the review of their guidance note. That is the update on that one, Prophet.
Nti lawyer, there is an assurance say omo de bema.
Well, I mean a court of appeal decision is an order.
Say omo fama. So
court ne say nipa na hwe akra no for 5 years as British citizen. It doesn't matter say or what 2.5 under the immigration rule. That was the whole issue of the case. We said now Home Office for near almost say oh asetena that. Nti ade ntina wo sa aba beji asetena was umbrella so. And home court ne say the open is indefinite and only more powerful than the 2.5 now or no. It is a meet requirements now. The previous regulation 16 of the 2016 regulation no as in appendix EU say na yem fama and a Home Office was almost farmer and a court said no ye or damo mon fama wo and almost okay yate ye de be mo 9 mum ye pese ye kire mo kwan o mo be fa so a o mo be yes application no enti no na ye twen enti eba ye be mo hu. So we are hopeful that they will grant o mo de bibi better ho kra na we dream say enya ade a ye ntimi meet whatever the case. I think we will meet the requirements of mobile setting.
Yo, lawyer, yada wasi. Ensuo so a untimi nsanyi nyina nwie. Wadwuma no nso de eso. Nti entimi nkanyi nyina nwie. Fa o telephone number, address, etudwa ema yen. Na nyame ya adom a yen to next week.
Yo, Prophet, thank you. Me bacho your address no say ye nim no 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road. Ewo Seven Sisters, London. Na ye postcode ni N15 4NP. N15 4NP. So all the public transport nearby, na underground quite easier to get to us. And no use Victoria Line, no, tube. Now we see what Seven Sisters Station. No use exit 2, no. Exit be able to be an obetiment minimum exit 2, no, more accessible because we pay now your building no on right no so. Until you Tottenham Seven Sisters, who use Victoria Line, no Seven Sisters Station. So all drive on so now we use postcode no N15 4NP na. Obetima pake wo Tesco na ewe enche ho no. Omo betima ma up to about 1.5 hours free. Na waba na ne aba bedi enkita ho. Your phone numbers no 0208 493 7340. 0208 493 7340. Me mobile phone number no say out of office 079 60 201500. That is 079 60 201500. Thank you very much, Prophets, and welcome back once again. As I said, we miss you so much, so we are so happy to have you back, Prophet.
Amen. Me da se me chia Uncle Ben ne oma last me buy ya omo bom aduane na yi ni nyina me chia obi a.
Yeah, so it's your phone, sir. Yeah, Mama, a very, very good weekend ahead. God bless you all. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, fair ma yewo London. Ya jia basobodie bebree. Ne ya redare ewo mranse mu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. What BWFDA, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na yebo nso nyedin kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF solicitors kra won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care eye abofrahwe mu awarja ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe nia ya wo brei mu enu nti ne yeto ye mbo ase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no sanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a unni haw kra. Upe advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF solicitors de ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho semsem kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner a member na wasan ginatum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wunni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa nonkron pe mu ekosi enumre nonsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm ena memene danso eye appointment nkoa free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Yewo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground nswa eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advise local authorities, official solicitors office ni solicitors bebree efa Ghanaian law ho yi na osan yo bia otai kasa ewo radio any TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.